Barak, Yahweh, Allah. Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to True Talk. I'm not going to be on here long. I just come to speak about what's going on in the land of Israel with the Israeli. However they say, I can never pronounce how they call themselves the Israeli. There go the Israelis. Not Israelites, but the Israelis. Nevertheless, of course, this is a hot topic. You know, it's all over the news. We got so-called Christian pastors coming out saying we got to stand with Israel, talking about how this is spiritual, this is divine, twisting the scripture, talking about, that this is prophesied. When this is not the case. And really, I want to respond because a Hebrew lady, she said, what do this mean for real Israelites? What does this mean for us? And I'm not going to lie, I was offended at the notion. It don't mean nothing. I ain't going to say it don't mean nothing. But it means just what Ukraine and Russia war mean. It means that we are in the last days. Christ said there will be wars and rumors of wars. Now, we in a time where we know people hearts turn cold. People are betraying one another. We got family members betraying one another, sleeping with each other, husband and boyfriend. I heard a story not too long ago. A woman, baby daddy had a baby by her own sister, and the mama knew it but didn't say anything. You know, a lot of stuff like this that's going on in the world. Family member killing family member. You know, and it's the scripture talk about is getting worse, of the world getting worse, and people heart will faint for fear. And it's gonna touch every part. I'm not gonna say every part, but it's gonna touch trouble and war. It's gonna touch a lot of places. And if you don't know, when war happened, just like what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, that a lot of country had to make an adjustment because Russia own a lot of oil. A lot of people deal with Russia when it comes with oil. And you know, the U.S. wanted to put sanctions on Russia and wanted countries to start dealing with Russia. The countries like, hold up, if I start dealing with Russia, then we won't have, oil. Not only that, but the war in Russia has it shot down some bank trading route that the Africans was going to meet with Russia to basically try to get that route back open, because that's how they ship their grains and stuff out. So when you deal with economy, in these places being disturbed by war, then comes famine, where they don't have enough food, stuff not getting shipped out. And it goes down to a snowball effect where, we already got this country at war, but this country at war also, and also this country at war. And it's the signs of the end time. But why I was offended, because as much as we say these are not the people and they're in this land, we still, how can I say, we still in our mind believe the lie as if these people are somehow special. That just because there's war in Israel, that, oh, wait a minute, what this mean for us, she said. Or what's going on, it don't mean nothing. But the Most High is on time. That prophecy is steady being fulfilled. That many countries are going to be at war. That there's going to be rumors of wars. That it's going to be death. It's going to be phantom. It's already earthquakes and the weather. The weather, nature been doing this thing. Nature, the hurricanes, the heat, the flooding. They say, oh, so many records been broken this year, heat records, flooding records. Not too long ago, what was that over there? The place flooded. So everything is just coming to pass. Remember, prophecy have to be fulfilled. Do anybody see the Antichrist yet? Is anybody is unable to buy to sell? Because we go by scripture, we got to go by scriptures. I don't know about y'all, but I just believe what the Holy Book say. They say there's going to be a time where nobody can buy and sell unless they take that mark. Now, all this that's going on, from my understanding of the scripture, is it's going to usher in the Antichrist. Because this Antichrist going to come in when everything is chaotic and cause peace. And everybody going to worship this Antichrist, because this Antichrist is going to so-called be the Messiah, be the one that make all nations at peace. Everything going to be at peace. And during that, his reign, people are going to agree, you're going to take this mark. And those who don't take this mark, it's not going to be able to buy and sell. Talk about those believers is going to be prosecuted for believing in the true Messiah. So, of course, the ball is rolling. Prophecy getting fulfilled. We've been saying it. Many people have been saying it. We are in the last days. But that's just it. We are in the beginning of sorrow. We are in the beginning of the last days. But things still got to be fulfilled. Prophecy is just fulfilling itself. All this means, that prophecy is fulfilling itself. When Ukraine and Russia went to war, prophecy is fulfilling itself. The river Euphrates drying up, prophecy fulfilling itself. But because who we've been told these people are, because this Christianity told us many times, oh, if you want to know when God coming back, look at what Israel is doing. If you want to know what time we in, look at Israel. So they put so much importance on these people to self-conscience. We do it ourselves, even though we know that they the synagogue of Satan, that they are not the real people, that they gonna be trampled down Jerusalem. Somehow, because now they at war, and for the record, Israel was at war in 2020 with the same people, 2020, 2021, but it was just little wars, just little conflicts. They'll have a conflict for 24 hours or for a week, and then it'll be over. But this is a big news because Gazan, I think that's the name, Gazan, that country that basically they've been terrorizing and oppressing, it hit them hard this time. That they brought on full-on war. They was prepared, and they attacked the Israelis, and many therefore, many of their civilians has been uh, murdered, killed. And I'm my condolences go out to every family that's affected by this war. My condolences go out to every family that's affected by the Ukraine war. But also my condolences go out and affect to all the so-called coups and wars that's going on in Africa that nobody don't ever speak about. My condolences what's going on in Ethiopia right now with the fight they fighting. So the media is going to highlight certain things because other things don't get the attention. But nevertheless, let's not puff these people up. Let's not act like just because they at war that this is some great sign that the world is coming to an end tomorrow, or that we should be shaken, or what's going on, what's happening, what do this mean? What do this mean? It means that Christ's prophecy is true. It means that what Christ said is coming to pass. It means that these things must, he says, don't fear, these things must take place. So just when you see Ukraine and Russia at war, and we know the time is near, we see uh, the Israelis at war. It's just most sign that time is near. And they're not going to be the only country at war. There's going to be many countries at war or talking about going to war. Just not too long ago, Niger kicked out France. And France was trying to, it said they had 3 attempts of trying to take out Abraham, the young man that took over to try to save his country, his people, from the oppression of the French over there for robbing them. So they had 3 attempts already to try to kill him. But by the grace of the Most High, it failed. So there's a lot going on behind the scene that we don't see. You know, there's a lot that's going on other than what's going on in your city, your neighborhood, your hood, and your household. The Most High, he look at the world as a whole. And it's good that we should pay attention to everything that's going on in the world. For every war that's being highlighted, and even the wars that's not being highlighted. But let's not put emphasis on this just because these are the fake Israelites and the world told us that these people was important and that whatever goes on in that land with these people are important. But we know what goes on with the true people, Israelites, are important. Those we are the ones that they should have their eye on. And you see what's been going on. The Most High been waking us up. Many people are returning back to the covenant, realizing that they Israelites. Now you can say, okay, the Most High is doing something. It's no coincidence that Yasharel is waking up all over the place and all these wars and rumors of wars are popping off. Not too long ago, we had COVID. They saying COVID might come back even harder this winter, saying they keep changing form. One minute they want to mandate masks, and the next minute they say, well, no, we're not going to start back to masks. They still want people to get shots and booster shots. We know that for a while, that they've been telling farmers to not farm like they used to. They've been buying up farmland and killing certain crops. You know, the AI going on. They got the AR robots. You know, they got the CERN. They still trying to open other dimensions. They talking about aliens and then other beings from the other world. And while all this going on, people steady coming out the closet talking about they gay. They talking about we got 120 genders instead of just two. They still promoting interracial couples like crazy. You got some black women still talking about they don't need a black man. You got some black men, Hebrew black men talking about they don't need a Hebrew black woman. Still got fornicating, a lot of murders going on daily. People hate waking up, hating their jobs, stressed out, miserable. This is signs of the time. And if you having peace in this time, if you got yourself a little bit together where you not stressing out, all praise to the Most High. You just don't know that you covered and he got his heads around you, that it could be much more worse. When you look at the state of homeless, where homeless is just more people are just being more homeless. It's at a high rate. Not to mention the immigrants that's coming along. Ain't it funny how the English that cross the borders, they put them up in motel rooms, get them got job vouchers, but don't do that to the homeless on the street. It's a wicked nation. Respect the person. They help who they want to help. And the truth is, it's going to get worse. The world is going to get worse. So that's why when you hear certain people that the Most High allow to cry out loud and say, prepare your soul, get right, that's what you need to do. Prepare, get your household in order. Get right, not only for end time's sake, but for the sake of peace, for the sake of favor of the Most High on you, for the sake of it's the right and wise thing to do. But also because, yeah, this thing is coming to an end. No man knows the time and the hour, and we know prophecy must be fulfilled. But nevertheless, we can see that we're in that season. Only the Most High knows how long this season gonna last. Scripture talking about people hearts fainting. Says it's gonna be a time like no other, that he'll have to make it short. But nobody gonna survive. Are you spiritually and mentally, physically ready for that? Are you ready to go weeks without eating? Is your body ready for that? Or you just been stuffing your mouth all week long, not caring about fasting and preparing your body? Can you run a mile? Can you run 2 miles? If it comes down and you have to run a mile, can you do that to get away from somebody? And most of all, it's your spirit right, your mental. Would you be able to handle all this? And would you put your trust in the Most High? What's coming on the earth, can you handle it? If this right here gets you shook, it's just these little countries being at war got you shook, and you got to ask the question, what this mean for us Israelites? Come on now. I hate to say it, but you're not gonna make it. And read your holy scripture for yourself so you can know what this means. It don't mean nothing but prophecy is being fulfilled. Israeli, these people are not important. The world made them be important. The world said they was important. But the most I just see them as they are, Gentiles. The one who made a covenant with Satan, the synagogue of Satan. A lot of the Jewish people got power and do wickedness with that power. Hasatan, Satan has put a certain people in rulership, allow for certain, well, it was the Most High, but the Most High allowed for Satan to put certain people in rulership. And it all goes along with prophecy and his plan. Sorry about that, but this might be my clue, my clue that I need to end this before it be too long. But I just want to show a little pictures, just some little pictures about war, the war zone. Just old pictures or whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is nothing to get excited about. This is nothing to say, oh, this is a big sign. This is because it's Israel. Oh, these are people. These are not the Most High chosen people. When stuff goes on with them, it don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, when the Most High gather His people, the Negroes from the four corners of the earth, when you see that Negro, when those two sticks, you start bringing together, when you see Negroes from all over the world start connecting and returning back to the faith, like we seeing now, this remnant, we know it ain't everybody. But when you see that, that's who you got your eyes on. That's watch our people. When you see our people is waking up, the Negroes are waking up. When you see how he dealing with us, the true Israelites, when they start prosecuting us, coming after us, when we gotta flee, oh yeah, then you can say, okay. But until then, it's just the times of the signs, just the signs of the time. Until next time, Shalom.